Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream. How's everybody doing today? We're back. We are back. We are back at it. Again. How's everybody doing? Y'all been missed. We are working on sculpting Mr. King Cobb here. I had to do some sculpting by my lonesome, unfortunately, but until I got a new webcam. We got a new webcam. So we've been working on King Cobb. Which I'm very excited for. Here's our sketch of Mr. Cobb himself. So far, so good. I feel like I've gotten a lot done. It's been about a week working on him. Probably a week. So, I'm feeling good. Got a nice cup of tea. Go ahead and start working on this guy in a few minutes. Maybe like a minute. I'm working on kneading some clay right now because we're going to be working on some of his clothes today. Which I need to pull up a reference for clothes. I had one. Crazy. Back to this. Much better. The music was too hype. Too hype. Anyways, I had a reference. Interesting. Where is... Alright, unfortunately, I don't have to move my camera because my... But we'll do a little... And we'll move my mic back. Sorry, peeps, for the jangle noise. Let's do this real quick. A little close up while we move him. I have my cord wrapped around the tripod, so we're looking a little tight here. Oh, good heavens. King. You can see how I'm typing. It's ridiculous. Images. I had one, and I don't think I saved the picture. Unfortunately, I didn't, because I'm a nincompoop. I lost me reference. I did. Goodness gracious. Let's control H this. It's somewhere in there. Yeah, it's been lonely sculpting by myself for a while. I really missed hanging out with everybody. I found it. Almost. Not that one. I'm on Pinterest. I don't remember where. Let's see if there's any of these. There's so much AI generated nonsense on Pinterest. There it is. Found it. maybe not as puffy. Let's save this image. Alright. Sorry for the nonsense. What we do is we can add a new image. No, we won't do that. I'll just keep it open on my end. I'm just getting my ref. I feel like Mondays are always, when I was on streaming, have been like a warm-up stream for the week. There we go. That's good. Yeah, you can see my keyboard's in my drawer, and it's ridiculous. I have a wild setup. Hopefully my audio's good. Sorry for the janking around again. Clanking and clacking. Alright. I think we'll start the pants. Start the boots, then the pants. I think that's a good way to go. It's clay warmed up. Bake him, so he's a little off kilter. His arms are not placed yet. We can maybe place his arms later. Alright, I'm also shooting my next YouTube video. I'm stream. I learned my mistake from last time because I lost a lot of my footage when I made my Panda Potion Master. I spent like a month sculpting him, and then I lost my footage, which is very unfortunate. But you live and you learn, you know? You live and you learn. So, I've learned to upload my footage at least by the end of the week into my computer. And then I'll have it so it's not corrupted, because I'm doing so much. I think my music might be a bit too loud. Alright, there we go. Now we're vibing. I'm just getting some clay kneaded up over here. We'll go ahead and get started. Boots with the fur. Oh no, there we go. I feel like he might be a little bit off. Dr. Space Monkey, welcome back. It is officially Tiny Tim time. We are back at it again. Not with the white vans, but with a corn on the cob. A king cob, some might say. It's good to see you too. I have missed streaming and it feels good to be back. We're currently working on a character named King Cobb. This is him. I've gotten a little bit of sculpting done off stream. Mr. Cobb. Legends are true. Oh. Legends are true indubitably. fit sculpt in some shoes. Yes, just don't get too close to a fire with him because he might turn into popcorn. And it would not be good for his reputation if he turned into popcorn. How's his foot supposed to be? Yeah, I based him off. I think it was like King Louis. I also need to pull that one up. All right. What is going on here? All right. I did fix my technical issue, and the technical issue was I needed a new webcam. And we got a new webcam. And now we're here. Oh, good heavens. So his foot is pointing basically almost this way. Easy fix. Yes, I found this nice little camera on Facebook Marketplace for $50. So a semi-expensive fix, but a fix is a fix. I was trying to get the basic shape of his boot going down. The new camera is a, what is this thing called? An OBS bot Meet 2. It's a 4K camera, so it's doing pretty good. It seems like it gets kind of warm. So I'm glad we keep it under an hour here. I feel like any more than that, I think it might catch on fire. Alright, so how are we looking with that placement? That looks like a regal foot placement. Yes, I didn't know anything about this camera until I found it on the marketplace. Yeah, if you see the screen start melting, please let me know immediately. I'm trying to give him like a high heel type situation because he's regal and kings love their high heels in this time period. really should probably clean off a little base I got. Yeah, I've only sculpted a couple of shoes. So we'll see how this goes. It's nothing crazy. That looks pretty tame. The general shape down. I'm not worried about the details yet. No, he's a current king. I think he's a pretty cool king. In my head, a little backstory, he's a well-loved king. Everybody likes this man. Yeah, he is a good ruler for this area. This is true. No paws and claws, just kernels upon kernels. Just kernels and heels, you know? Kernels and kingdoms. The kernel of the you might say that. Some might say that. We have a heel. It's not John Cena. Close up of the crown. Focus. That looks pretty good. I think the crown looks pretty good. Pretty good close up. Pretty good crown. I'd be sculpting an invisible sculpture. You're correct. Do not get me wrong. I have never watched any wrestling in my life. So I just know something happened with a heel and John Cena was involved. That is my extent of my knowledge. Thank you. I appreciate that. The crown was so far the easiest part of this sculpture. there we go. Excellent. I'm real good at picking up context clues. What can I say? The heel needs to be a bit more. Yes, this is, I don't know how well you can see it. I can embiggen it a little bit. This is the original sketch I have of Mr. Cobb himself. Gives me time to take a sip of tea. I think it's pretty good. I think he's a pretty cool guy. All right, back to the corner with yous. You know, did I spell Cobb wrong? I thought corner of the Cobb was with one B. I'm good at sculpting. I never said I was good at spelling, okay? Come on now. This might be too tall. Ah, no, not Cobb, like the name. Cornelius Cobb. Wow. There we go. We did it. First stream and he has his full name. Alright, I'll allow it. I'll trust you to not call the grammar police on me. Yeah, I thought, oh no, pretty good name. Pretty good name. Feels like a good size. Feels like we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. More of a point, if you ask me. It's looking like a clown shoe, but it will eventually not. It'll look more regal. I swear. Oh, I smacked my camera. There we go. You can adjust that. Yeah, I think so. We don't want a clown shoe. I feel like once we get the first shoe down, the second shoe's gonna be easy. Once we get this one, how we want this one to look, second shoe's gonna be cake. It's gonna be cake. Or maybe I've jinxed it. Looking too long. Let's just keep start from square one on this, man. Feels better. They've written somewhere. That looks much better. Much better. I feel like next stream, because I have my mic on my left side, but I feel like I should put it on my right side, because I feel like my mouth is pointing more this way. But that's next stream's issue. That's future Tim's issue. How do I zoom in on this bad boy? Looks pretty simple. Looks pretty simple. The kernel think about 2 hours, so not too long. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer, but no, about 2.5 hours maybe. It was like 2 days of sculpting, and I sculpted about an hour a day. It's about 2 hours, I would say. That sounds right in my brain. Need a smaller guy. Break out the ace of clay. I did dial in. Well, it took a little bit to get. I just rolled up balls and put them right on there. It was just more tedious than anything, but it worked really well. Locked in for the kernels, but cannot lock in for the shoe. I feel like the shoe is going to take me 2 hours as well. I'm trying to get a smooth base to work on right now so that we can start adding details. I feel like I like this shape that we have right now. It's a good shape. We'll get a close up on that shape in a second. Let's get some isopropyl alcohol. This bad boy. And a sip of tea. I think it's always funny drinking tea out of this cup, because there's a tea on it. A cup of tea. Hilarious. Absolute hilarity. Scoot this back a little bit. Zoom out. It does indeed look like a shoe shape. So I think we're on the right track here. I think the heels might be a bit too wide. This side looks good. This side looks okay. The back side looks a little rough. Take a look at that. Looks like a shoe. This side looks like the best. I think the heel might be a bit too thick. The shoe will not win. In the end, I shall win. Where is my reference picture? Well, maybe it is pretty wide. I think we should just start adding some detail. I'm going in for the detail. Adjusting that camera. The shoe's not going to win, I promise you that. I could have gone for something less fancy, I guess. But what's a king without a fancy shoe? You know? This does need to be smoothed out a little bit more. I need to tell myself. No, it is not going to be made of solid gold. I think, I haven't decided the color yet, but definitely not gold. His hats will be, I don't want too much yellow, because he's already going to be a King Cobb, you know? Already got a lot of yellow on him. Thinking. Where's this spoon tool here? Careful, Swoopy. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have to pull this thing up. I'm worried. I'll lose some detail on the shoe. Kind of looks like it's like 70s heels. Like there should be like some fish floating around in his heel. Yeah, but these are very uncomfortable shoes to be in. Not very comfy shoes at all. Yeah, he's giving some disco vibes. Oh my goodness gracious. I keep bonking my flipping camera. Alright, back in there. Back in there. Whoa. Get some more clay needed. Make some straps. Yeah, because on my reference picture, this man's shoes, they look very uncomfortable. He's gonna have some skinny ankles, so I want to make sure that is seen. Indeed, heavy lies the crown of the colonel. Wow, what a sentiment! What a saying! So we need to adjust it. The opening of the shoe. That might be what's messing me up here. Need a different. Look like this. Look like this. Oh, shoot, he's dainty. He's not skinny. Not a skinny lad, a dainty lad. Goodness. I think my dog just likes me being in the room because that's when he decides to chew on his toys. Without fail, nothing has changed since our last stream, really. He does have a confident walk. Yeah, I didn't even film me making the armature because I myself hate that process. So I don't want anybody to have to suffer with me, you know? How are we looking? Looks a little better. It looks like it's going up in the manner that I like. I think that's what it was missing. Let's see, not what I want. I feel like we should add a little bit of definition onto his shoes. Just like some stitching. Because it can't all be one piece. Nice little V stitch here. We have the belt to go across that. That could be his stocking. This will be the top of the shoe. Let's be little. The littlest. I don't know what this part of the shoe's called. Like a little heel bit. Oh. I like it. Take it off. I don't think he will have a royal cape planned. Just because more of the fact that I feel like I can't get the clay thin enough. So it's more of a skill issue at this point. Because my clay will crack. Alright, we got a good shape. We got a good shape. Good shape. Yeah, no cape. He's got nice little frills that I'm a big fan of. Right there. I think the frills will be enough. he's doing a lot of walking, you know? He's doing a lot of showcasing. So he can't be bothered by a cape dragging him down and getting him dirty. You know? Well, peeps, I think that's it for today. I need to do some research on some shoes tonight. Get some reference pictures. I like the shape, but I want to add the detail. Maybe we'll get the other shape tomorrow. I think it's a good looking shape. It's a good shape. Just need to get the other shape here tomorrow, but I like the shape of that. I like the shape of that one. Tomorrow we will continue more. But sorry, I feel like I was very far away from my mic. I apologize. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It feels good to be back. I'm very excited to get back to streaming. So, thank you, Dr. Space Monkey. It was good seeing you. We'll be here tomorrow, and then we'll be here Thursday and Friday. No Wednesday streams. Just Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Alright? I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.